Hey everyone, it's Boogeyman Ben. Hope everyone's doing well and everyone's having a great day. Um, Today's video is on the subject of the show Dexter. As everyone knows, this past Sunday was the series finale of the show. The show ran for 8 seasons on the Showtime network. Here's my copy of season 1. I actually have seasons 1 through 5, and I plan on getting season 6, 7, and eventually 8 because I was a big fan of the show, big fan of Michael C. Hall and Jennifer Carpenter, and everybody else that was on the show. Just what a great show, and what an interesting character Dexter was. I had known Michael C. Hall from 6 Feet Under, where he played David, and David was a very different character from Dexter, and I was just like going, how is the guy that played, the mortician, the gay mortician from 6 Feet Under going to play a serial killer? But my God, is Michael C. Hall a great actor? And there was just some terrific episodes, some great seasons. But yeah, I was very sad to see the show, and a lot of people thought it should have ended a couple seasons back, but I was in for every season. I've never seen, this is me being completely honest, I never was bored once watching a season of Dexter, and I don't know how some people could have been. I was always enthralled by it. There were some seasons that were just amazingly great. I think season 4 is still the best season. I also think season 2 and 7 were amazing seasons. But yeah, I mean, I was very sad to see the show end, and the name of the final episode of the series was called "Remember the Monsters." It aired this past Sunday, and there was some deaths, and one major character who was beloved by all passed or died in it, and yeah, it was a very sad ending, a very tragic ending to the show and the characters. A lot of people aren't happy with this, based on fan reaction and critical reaction. A lot of people thought it was a cop-out ending. They thought that Dexter should have gone out in a bigger, grand fashion. If I hear one more reference to Breaking Bad, and how Breaking Bad is, my whole thing is like it's two different shows. It's like me comparing The Walking Dead to The Big Bang Theory. It's like, I mean, I know that they both are very big dramas, and people are into both of them, but I'm tired of hearing about the comparisons. It's like they're two different shows. They're run by two different showrunners, and they're on different networks, and I really don't care. And I think Breaking Bad's a good show from the seasons I've seen. I haven't watched any of the more recent seasons. I need to watch them, but I hate when people compare things to other things. It just irritates me. But getting back to Dexter, it's like I really did like the final episode. Is it what I thought was going to happen? No, I really didn't know how the series was going to end. A lot of people said it was predictable. I didn't think it was predictable. I thought, what happened was pretty tragic, and it really, I think it's in terms of what happens to Dexter, I think it's a much more tragic ending than what the original showrunner had his idea of what the ending should be. So, for people that don't know, Scott Buck has actually ran the last 4 seasons of Dexter. So he did 5 through 8, whereas Clyde Phillips did seasons 1 through 4. Now, his version of how the series should have ended was almost that Dexter was going to be executed, and that the entire series was his life flashing before his eyes before he died. That the final shot would be Dexter laying on a gurney type table getting lethal injection, and you would pan away from his eyes out, and in the audience watching him be executed would have been his victims. So like Dokes, LaGuardia, Ice Truck Killer, all of them would have been in the audience watching. And I didn't want Dexter to die, and I didn't want him to get caught. He was too smart to get caught. And that's why I was more, even though it was tragic, I was happier with the way the show ended. That's just my personal opinion. And I know I'm kind of against the norm on this one, but if I didn't like a series finale, there's several shows I've watched that have had horrible series finales. Big Love is a show that I really enjoyed. I know it's not horror, but Big Love was a show that my wife and I were really into. It was a horrible series finale. I hated it. I hated the last season. Same thing with The Sopranos. Loved The Sopranos, thought the last season was terrible. Complete cop-out, and the ending was just like, what was that? And I'm not saying I want the characters to die. I just thought, for a show that was so great like The Sopranos, I thought the ending of the series could have been so much more epic. So again, it's my opinion. My opinion of Dexter is I loved the series ending, and it's something that has stuck with me all week. All week I felt saddened by what happened to the characters that I've grown to love in this show over the past 8 years. Um, so yeah, I mean that's my take on the finale of Dexter. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it, but yeah, it really is stuck with me, and I really applaud the showrunners for doing something a little bit different. Um, like there's probably some minor spoilers in here because, like I said, I didn't want Dexter to die, so obviously he doesn't die in the show. But you know, um, I'm I'm satisfied with the way it ended, even though it wasn't. It's a sad ending, and I'm gonna miss the show quite a bit. And I actually, I just I'm really happy with the whole package. I actually think it was just a great series, and I don't know why all of a sudden now people are saying like, oh, all the seasons after four sucked. They didn't suck. They were different. The first four seasons involved Rita and her kids, and when you lose that element, it had to go a little bit different in the next seasons. It was Dexter on his own with a baby and him learning how to manage his dark passenger as well as being a father. And I thought that was like the first four seasons were one thing and the last four seasons were another thing, and I was fine with that. But again, this is just my opinion, and I'm curious what other people think that have seen the show and were fans of the series and what they think of the finale if they've seen it. And like I said, I'll put spoilers in the title or minor spoilers in this, but I didn't reveal the ending. I didn't say what happened. But yeah, it was a very sad ending. And like I said, if it's something that's affected me for 3 days, then I think it's did its job. So, like I said, maybe in a few, once everything dies down, and people have a chance to watch the show and the series again. Like, sometimes when you watch something on DVD and you watch all of them at once, they impact you a little bit different than when you watch them on a week-by-week basis. But maybe if people have a chance to give it another shot, maybe they'll feel differently. Who knows? But again, that's my opinion of the series finale of Dexter. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Please share your thoughts with me, and I'll see you guys later for some new videos. Take it easy and have a good evening.